have been traveling through Sarkoris, being led by the Reclaimers, specifically Zaya, the leader of the Reclaimers here in Sarkoris. You have rescued from Valmar's burrow. As you make this journey, the Reclaimers have been absolutely crucial in avoiding any sort of confrontation or strange creatures along the way. You've been traveling now for 8 days towards the ruined city of Domora. And it's at this point that Zaya says, "We are not far now. We should be within an hour or sooner to the city. You should all be on guard, as we have been. Keep your eyes vigilant and your ears as well. Sometimes the sounds that the creatures make are the first notice." It's still early in the day. Sorry, go ahead.
As we've been traveling these past couple of days, I would have made an effort to try to get to know more about these people, develop a personable relationship with them, perhaps break out my journal, ask questions.
Okay. Make a diplomacy check for me.
33.
Okay.
I would like to get to know about them as people, not just their ideals, but what do they personally stand for.
The two that are the most conversational are Zaya and Venici. Zaya is a true reclaimer at heart, a person that is very interested in making Sarkoris habitable once again. They talk about their involvement with druids from Numeria and potentially trying to recruit more druids into the Reclaimers to help regrow the land and to make some kind of headway in this place. I think Zaya is probably the most positive of the group, and often tries to lead by example. There is a level of camaraderie amongst all of the Reclaimers. They've been together for some time now, and I think that they're all pretty trusting in each other, and they seem very friendly to you in general. They're very thankful about the fact that you managed to save them, and they seem very willing to reciprocate as best as they can. Some of the conversations you might have had along the way, I think there's a lot of stories where they are talking about like being hunted by some of these strange demons, and there are stories of being trapped in some of the canyons that run through Sarkoris. And you actually remember one of these where Malavik found like a shrine to Desna in one of these canyons, and you realize that must have been the Reclaimers that were there traveling through these places. And there's a lot of those kinds of stories, like close calls and things like that. I think that's the way that they seem to be trying to connect. It's not like they have a lot of hobbies or anything. to talk about. They don't know too much of the outside world, just sort of like the neighboring countries around Sarkoris, and rarely sort of venturing out, maybe to get some supplies here and there, and maybe recruit some more people into the Reclaimers.
I make an active effort to share as much back as they share with me. I speak of my time with the Burning Sun Clan and how I too am on a mission, so I understand their zeal and their purpose. I would like to ask them about canyons and how to escape them. Perhaps information that might help us in the future if we get separated or we have to navigate without them.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of caves in these caverns, like sort of like underground rivers and things that have made their way through Sarkoris. And with the devastation that happened, apparently like a lot of underground caves and things were forced open, or there's been like new channels and things for river water or drainage in general to go through. So the Badlands are very dry, but there are a lot of caves, and that tends to be where a lot of these hidey holes are. And then of course there are, still some that have demons in them. So they talk about a lot of scouting and different techniques and things that they use to try and investigate before they take a wrong turn.
My final question to them would be about ley lines, if they know anything about them.
Oh yeah, they definitely do. There is a pretty major ley line that moves through Domora, through the center of Sarkoris, where the world wound opened. Apparently, the ley line that was sort of power source for the world wound opening up was a major reason as to a big part of the devastation that happened. It wasn't just the demons, it was also the fact that this much magic was unleashed at once. But that's the sort of consensus. Your travel.
I write everything down.
Are there any other projects or anything that were going on? This is 8 days of travel. 8 days.
Yes, I would have been working on a second tattoo. I would have finished the glyphs on my own fingers, similar to Arcelia. I only had, I think, a day left of that. But I would be putting what looked like almost sharp-pointed teeth along my arm underneath my robes and spiral around. Not as gaudy as the barbed wire things that wrap, but similar in that they encircle. And that would take me 6 days.
Okay. Make a crafting check.
I will re-roll this. A 17.
Is there any way for Karun to help, perhaps, if you are crafting something?
Yeah, no,
Karun
actually.
is 1000% nosy about it and was looking over your shoulder.
It's
What do you got there?
Do you know tattoos?
Yes. No, not really, but I could learn? Question mark? What are you doing? What is that?
Mechanically, you can't help.
Oh, shit, never mind. I thought it was for crafting.
You could
I thought you were crafting something.
Yes, I am, but it looks...
Can I, mechanically, can I hinder you?
No! I'm gonna say no. I don't know why I have authority for that, but I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, how would you like to hinder a Rashak, right?
I would just like to pester. Are you sure that one goes right there?
Why don't you go ahead and make a... I guess this would be either intimidation or...
That's all right. I will see the lizard is frustrated after several minutes of frustration and just blend back into the shadows. Never mind.
I do have. I need to find where that went. I had the very nice tattoo kit. There it is, the Sterling Artisans. Yes.
Get a +1.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say that it takes you the full 8 days to do this.
Okay.
With the 20.
That's fine.
You probably have to cover up some mistakes. Essentially.
Definitely not from being pointed at regularly and harassed. Fair enough.
Any other things being done along the way? Okay. So, if that is the case.
Oh, I would have approached Karun and asked if Karun has devised anything from the samples of the water that we took. Any experiments you might have done.
Which samples of the water? Which are you talking about?
Before we crossed the murky bridges, we took samples of the water where there were plenty of mosquitoes. They were contaminated.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely make a roll for that, Corinne.
All right. Is that a crafting check or a nature check?
I will take either.
All right. I know which one I'll do.
Okay.
33?
Yeah, kind of backed by what Arashtak has said along the way. A lot of this water was polluted with like demon blood and viscera.
Gross.
Yep.
So you're saying I have a sample of demon blood?
Heavily diluted. Yeah.
How much of the sample do we have?
I mean, it's dissipated. You do not have a clean demon blood sample.
Could I perhaps craft a filter to filter the demon blood out?
What do you have to use as a filter?
I have supplies. There is an amount of cloth, of canvas.
Okay.
Perhaps I could find some kind of demon blood magnet.
Give me a crafting check.
32.
Okay. Yeah, you've got a small amount that you've kind of like filtered down.
All right, fantastic. I've just tied a little string and ran it around in my hand a bunch to centrifuge it out.
Sure.
Got a little bit of demon plasma. I'll put that away and use it for later. I know it almost came in handy, so yeah, I'll just put that one in the back pocket,
We're
so
just
to
chugging
speak.
it in the background.
No.
Okay. Make sure to make note of that, by the way, in your inventory.
I'm putting it right there.
Okay.
Demon
Otherwise,
blood.
you can hear Zaya sort of proclaim, I think I can see the ruins ahead.
I'm sorry, I have another question. With the last 8 days of being through here, are Malavik and I feeling any strange reaction to the ley line over long exposure?
I will leave that up to you.
Right?
I have been quiet most of the trip. Very quiet. Distant. Cold. But I haven't disrespected anyone. I just stayed to myself. The Reclaimers may have tried to come up to me and show their thanks. I just kind of nodded and tried to give a smirk, but definitely not who I was before when it comes to warmth. That's about it.
I am quiet as well. I'm quite on guard in this place, but I seem very resolute. It's been a slight change after I had that vision.
The day today is quite bright. The sun is beating down on you pretty harshly. This is for all intents and purposes, a cold desert, like a Badlands, cracked mud and ground kind of situation here. Shrubs, that sort of brush that will periodically pop up. A plant that has no reason still being alive in this environment. And it's dust and wind that blows through. You find yourself having to periodically probably cover your face to just, try to breathe normally in this place. But Zaya proclaims, "There, up ahead, you can see the ruins. Why don't I bring you over here?"
It's kind of pretty.
Looking parched.
It's a little dry here.
Dry like a desert.
Ahead you can see ruined stone monoliths, crumbling wooden structures looming over the dry lake bed that was Hume's pool. The winter sun beats down on the cracked soil, but does little to warm it. The earth is muddy from melted snowfall, and ancient skeletons of fish poke out here and there. Somehow the rotting smell of a low tide still wafts through the air. Zaya motions towards Ulikuk, who is driving the wagon to slow down. Ulikuk pulls the wagon to a stop. "I believe that we should set up camp here. I know it's a bit out from the ruins, but it is as safe a place as any we might find."
How are you doing with your little legs? Would you like some help? I can help you pitch your little tent.
No.
Are you sure?
No, I'm capable. I do this all the time.
I bet. Okay. Well, if you need any help, just let me know.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know why she asks me every time.
Scamper off. Adorable.
Every single time we camp, he comes to me.
A teeny tiny tent for teeny tiny stagecoach driver.
So the reclaimers begin to set up camp out here on this sort of empty lake bed. And after you all begin to settle, you can hear Zaya start to sort of take control of the situation a little bit. And she says, "We're going to need to have some people remain in camp, watch over things, and make sure that it remains safe. Venice, and you two, you can stay behind. And also, perhaps Sakawachi, some of your people that might not do so well in trying to be quiet and stealthy and, frankly, if they are not capable in a fight, I do not believe we should involve your companions." "I think you are correct. Ulikuk, Inuma, it is probably best that you remain in camp." "Very well, Saku, if you think that is best." "Now, the rest of you, I think we must explore the ruins, and there are potentially 4 places that we should look for. It's been some time since we've been here, but they should still be intact. It will take some time to find these locations, perhaps a full day if we are careful and we are very aware of our surroundings, which I think we should be. We should not try to rush any of this. It will be difficult.
Is there a threat of traps around here?
Traps, creatures, demons. This is not a safe place.
Do you have any resources that we might be able to share among us to deter these things?
Unfortunately not. Supplies to eat and drink, we will have those that remain in the camp. Try to secure us some supplies and secure the camp in general. Set up watch points here and here. And we need you to hunt for forageable food and water. And you can see Zaya is talking to the other reclaimers and Udakuk and Enuma. Now, if I remember correctly, there is a library that we might be able to find. There is an ancient battlefield that might hold some secrets, as well as a tower. And there is the obvious, the Hall of the Gods. And Sakawachi immediately sort of perks up at that. The god that I'm seeking might be anywhere. Let's not leave any stone unturned.
If any of us run into trouble, try to make your way back to camp. We should use this as a meeting point.
Yes. Now.
So the question is which first?
Yes.
Do you have any idea which might be the closest to us?
I do not think there will be too much difference. It will take some time to search for them. Many of the landmarks that I last remember are either gone or it is too difficult to see them. The dust and muck that is kicked up here, it can obscure things. We will have to spend most of the day searching for these locations.
All right. Then perhaps we should be on our way and get prepared to do so, yes?
Yes, we should not waste the day. So, where to first?
I'm always partial to a library.
I was going to say the same thing.
I agree.
Go ahead and lead.
Very
I'll
well.
follow.
So, general rules of thumb here. Stay quiet. And we need some form of communication that isn't yelling. Does anyone have any capabilities in that regard?
No telepathy of any kind I have. Well, outside of if I hand someone a monitor, I can get a general feeling of emotion from them.
Could I not cobble together a little tin can with a string and another tin can and just hold that between us?
Do you have any tin cans?
Well, we have trash.
Uh-huh.
We've got some garbage.
Yeah, I don't think they've got tin
Do we have
cans,
any
unfortunately.
metallic garbage by any chance?
Sorry, no dice.
A Coca-Cola can just laying out here in the wastes.
Could I not do it with vials?
Vials? No.
I don't think it works that way. I don't think you can get that much vibration
Okay.
on the vial. But Zaya suggests, what about mirrors?
Ah, flashing light?
Yes.
Hmm.
We have mirrors.
I'll let
We,
someone else handle the mirrors for now.
we do have a mirror, but it is possibly cursed, so I would not look directly into it.
So let's not use that one.
Let's,
Have you all never used hand signals before?
yes,
Forms of primary
hand
forms of
signals.
communication.
Hand signals for close communication is good, yes. But in case we need anything a bit further, and something light, something shiny that we can use to flash light to each other.
Is there plenty of sand around here?
It's mostly mud. I don't know if there's really.
Since it was dry, okay.
Yeah,
So
I
what
mean,
about-
there's
You
dirt.
know-
I don't know if there's really that much sand.
If there's an emergency, I can craft I can craft a bottled lightning.
Maybe a more subtle way of communicating. We will.
Well, are our weapons able to reflect light?
Yes, if you have a metallic weapon, that might be good. Yes,
And that is
we need a high sheen on it.
Got this dagger. Pull out the dagger with Malevic's crusty blood still on it.
If it is well polished, that might work. Yes.
Do you not have a
Polish it.
shield with light on it?
No, I got rid of that.
Well,
Well, I'll just polish this dagger for a while then.
You said you had mirrors as well. Yes.
Are you
There is a
addressing
mirror.
Zaya?
Yes, there.
Yeah. Zaya says, "We have one."
Ah, I see. I have a hooded lantern for when it is dark
Oh,
to see,
have-
but
I have an any tool. Could my any tool not be a shiny little mirror?
I think you can probably use it like that. Yeah.
All
Would it be
right,
okay?
then I'll. Yeah, sure. Then yeah, we have a shiny little mirror with the any tool, and a little shiny dagger.
Well, all right. Well, that's a good way to signal each other if something is happening. Perhaps we should work out how many flashes to signal each other for when something is dangerous, or if we should just get each other's attention. Maybe a signal to make your way to the other light. Yes. If we found something interesting. So if we
one steady,
yes,
come.
if we
Two back and forth. Precaution. 3 fast for panic.
yes, that is good. Good. That is good. And hand signals. Fist, closed fist is stop. If there is, if anyone holds up multiple fingers, if you see a something dangerous, that is how many creatures that there are. If there is a chopping motion with your hand, that means attack.
And for environmental threats, like a trap of some sort, perhaps just crossing your arms.
Yes, that is good. Crossing your arms like an X. Yes. Good. Good. Well done. 3. If there are 3 flashes of light, that is rush immediately to the problem. Get there fast.
All right, understood.
All right. I cannot convey to you all of the strange demonic creatures that we have encountered in our travels. There are many strange things that you might see. But ultimately, I must emphasize this repeatedly. Be cautious, be aware, and be cognizant of the fact that there may be very dangerous creatures here. If you do not have to fight, don't fight. But if you do fight, commit to it and get as much help as you possibly can. Does everyone understand?
Indeed.
I will try my best. I will be forthright and say that I am a large woman. Subtlety is not one of my skills.
Understandable.
I will move slowly. That's the best I can do.
Let us begin. We are entering exploration mode here as you begin to investigate Domora.
I will be defending.
I'll scout.
I will track to find any creature tracks in the direction they may be going, so that we do not stumble across things we do not wish.
Okay.
I absolutely know all about exploration mode, and so I am going to...
There's a handout on Roll20.
I'm looking through the handout right now, but I had to scroll past so many things.
Investigate might be good.
I will become an expert at investigating my surroundings.
Okay.
And I will avoid notice. I do nothing except try to be fucking quiet.
Okay. All right. First and foremost, stealth check from Arcelia.
Wow, that's a crit.
Oh!
21.
Let's go. Okay.
I'm also going to pound one of these. Going to pound one of these.
Okay.
The Eagle Eye Elixir.
Get a +2 to perception checks for 1 hour, or +3 to find secret doors and traps. Okay.
Is it possible to investigate the possibility of traps?
That is search, I think, actually, yes.
It is the search action, yeah.
Oh, all right, never mind. Sorry.
You are seeking information about your surroundings while traveling at half speed. Use recall knowledge as a secret check to discover clues among the various things that you can see and engage with you as you journey along. You can use any skill that has a recall knowledge action while investigating, but the GM determines whether the skill is relevant to the clues you could find. So let's see. Recall knowledge. Which skills have recall knowledge? Because I will be doing a secret check for you.
All right. Is it too late to just do search? It might be easier if I just do that.
Want to do that?
And that one is all right, then that's the one that I'm going to do. I'm just going to look for hidden traps and secret doors and hidden things.
Okay. Since you are the one that is searching, I would like you to make me a D4 roll, please.
Ooh. That is a 2.
Okay. Sorry, I'm checking a few things here. Okay. Malavik, you said you were doing what? You were scouting?
Scouting.
Okay. And Arashtak, you were...
I am... Oh, what was it again?
You said
Oh,
tracking.
tracking. Yes,
Yeah.
tracking. Looking for creatures' tracks. Finding them. Following them to the extent of knowing where they're going.
Sure. Arashtak, give me a survival check, please.
Yes. 25.
Okay. There's loads of tracks. Loads.
I would be trying to
various-
focus on the freshest ones, if anything.
Yeah.
If determinable.
Yeah. It's not. I will say, they come in all shapes and sizes, some of which are very big.
I would try to steer us away from where the biggest ones are walking.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, there's a bunch of secret checks and things I have to roll.
Oh, I don't like that.
Roll low.
Try to laugh
Unless
more
it's treasure, then
menacingly,
roll
Wack.
high.
Checking many things. Okay. Fair enough. Most of the day passes as you are all searching. There are very nasty sounds in this place. Screeches and howls and there are carrion birds overhead periodically that are making those vulture-like noises, and you come across several dead versions of those birds, the carrion birds. Torn to shreds. Horrible wounds. And near the pile of one of them, you can see, I think this will be towards Karun, you see a single flash of a mirror or a light.
And to know what direction that there's people that way, right?
Oh yeah, you wouldn't have gone too far from each other, I imagine, as you're spreading out, trying to look around and find things.
Right. I would like to use my spyglass. Is it possible to do that in here?
Of course. That's what it's
And
for.
I will use the spyglass to look towards the light source.
Mm-hmm. And you would see, I think, Zaya sort of signaling with a mirror.
Right, then I will approach cautiously, and the signal is that everything is fine, and that they just want to reconnoiter.
Yeah, basically
All right.
just telling you that they've found something.
I will approach cautiously.
Okay. Zaya is kind of like hunkered down behind some rubble.
Mm-hmm.
And as you approach, Karun, there's like a little bit of a sigh as you walk closer to Zaya.
Mm-hmm.
It's you.
Oh, did you find something?
I think this is the library.
Yeah? Good. Do we know how to read?
Yes.
Very good. All right, well, you want me to read you a story, or?
No. I was
Okay.
hoping to get the party
To reach
together
something for
to
you?
investigate the library.
Oh, right, all right. Well, good thinking. I'll start signaling for the other party members.
The rest of you begin to sort of trickle in. Sakuachi and Danigi traveling together, sneaking in with the rest of you as well. There's a series of like crumbling stone edifices that are near this structure. You can see probably the equivalent of what appears to be like a crumbling stone shelf that has been broken and is halfway falling out of a ruined door. And Zaya points to it and says, I believe this is one of the library shelves. I think this is the library here. Be cautious. Be aware. Did anyone find anything else that might be interesting? Or shall we investigate?
Tracks everywhere. Some very large. I could not make heads or tails of how recent. There were too many. Were there any leading to the library?
No.
No. There are no tracks that led here, though. That is, honestly, maybe more worrisome. Look to the skies and rafters.
Oh, good idea. I didn't even think of that. I have not found any secret traps or doors and nothing, right?
Not so far, no.
Right, I relay that. It seems like everything is out here in the open.
All right. I'll lead the way. I'll go in quietly and then signal you if it's safe inside.
Are you sure you want to go in there all by your lonesome?
Yes.
All right, okay.
I'm not alone. I'm going to scout it and signal you if there's a problem.
They grow up so fast.
They are literally a grown adult, Garoon.
Zaya begins to creep into this dilapidated library. There's a single shine of the mirror.
Right. Here we go.
You're on the
one at a time. Yes.
You're on the northern edge of Domora. And as you enter this building, if you are going one at a time, Zaya motions towards the inside of the library. And you can see, as you begin to enter, that there's a series of crumbling stone shelves, weather-beaten tablets along the wall as some dust falls down from up above. There is a staircase connecting two halves of this library, a western and eastern half. And the eastern section is about 10 feet higher than the west. And there is a railing where you could sort of look down onto the lower sections of the library.
It being higher and lower, is that by design or is that due to weathering?
It appears to be towards design. You are entering from the south side of this building. There is a single door on this side that is it's sort of dilapidated stone door, and it's like a really heavy door. So Zaya probably had to like use all of her strength just to open the thing up. The staircase is once you enter the door on the eastern on the eastern side. The door on the lower section of this library is all the way to the west, on the sort of in the corner. But yeah, you can see sections of stone shelving that's there. Rashtak, please make a perception check.
Yes. 23. 24, because if it's site-based, I should say.
As you begin to spread out amongst the library, Arashtak, you notice some tracks that you've seen inside the building.
I put my hand and fist up. Just look around to see if everyone noticed and stopped. I point at the tracks and do like this movement.
Yeah. Zaya points 2 fingers to her eyes, and she points around the library.
I'd like to look up at the ceiling, as you mentioned that there was dust falling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's it's about what you'd expect. It's a bit ruined. There's a few beams of light that making their way through. There's those like dust beams that are happening in this place. You can see rays of light sort of breaking their way through various cracks in the walls and parts of the roof that have sort of collapsed in a bit. The roof hasn't like completely like fallen and collapsed or anything. There's just a few cracks here and there.
Could you describe these tracks a bit more to me? Size, shape, toes, amounts?
Sure.
Anything I might be able to recognize?
Yeah, these are, these are probably close to your size.
That's not small.
No, it's not.
Barefoot, booted?
Give me a nature check.
33.
Okay. They look like hooves, Arashtak. And there's, scorch marks.
I am still like pointing down a little more. I pull out my dagger and do like 3 flashes.
I carefully begin to make my way closer.
I should actually correct myself, Arashtak. The size of these are actually a little bit smaller than yours.
It's still medium size, quote unquote, yes?
Small.
Okay, that's... Alright, that helps, thank you. But it's still doing the 3 flashes. 1 set of tracks?
That you see.
Okay. If it's small, I'm suspicious as it is, but nonetheless, if I only see one, who does anyone approach me? I think you said you did, Celia?
I do, and I would like to sniff the air to see if I can smell anything different from what we've already been traveling through.
Okay, you can make a perception check. This will be towards helping Arashtak.
Very good.
It's 23.
31.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe a 25 now, because it was a 24 due to sight.
Sure. So, yeah, there's a little brimstone. You smell a little sulfur and brimstone.
As I sidle up towards Arashtak, I will look down at the tracks, and I'd like to send the visual image of that through my bond to Malavik. And I lean into Arashtak. I think there may be demons nearby.
There are definitely. There's scorch marks on the ground near the tracks. I only see one, but it is small. Small things do not usually travel alone.
I do not know if there's anyone near me, but whoever's near me, I'll give caution.
Okay.
I am near you, but I'm giving slight distance.
Just to
Close
give you an
enough to
idea.
see and hear you.
Again, you all entered through the what is essentially the southwest corner of this building. The lower section of this library is about 40 feet by 40 feet, 35 feet, somewhere in there. And then the upper section, if you take the stairs, is about 20 feet by 35 feet.
And do those tracks look as though they're going up the stairs?
They seem to be making their way through what looks to be through the center of this building. There's you see some double doors on the far side of this lower area. Where are you all, do you think?
I'd be near those tracks wherever they started.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we're kind of split, not too far, but I think Arcelia and Arashtak and Yara and I and Karun is with Zaya. So kind of like 2, and 2.
I would like also to see if I can see any tracks, and if I do, if there's any residue, I might be able to sample.
Okay. Make a perception check or a survival check for me, Karun. It would be perception because you're trying to notice that there are tracks.
Alright. And I get a +2 because of the eagle eye.
Yep.
Elixir. So 17. Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, nothing to really pick up.
Alright.
Yeah, you can see some scorch marks on the ground.
Is
But I
Denigi
feel
with
great.
us?
Yeah, Denigi is with Sakuachi.
Okay.
Do you begin to look around? What's everybody doing? Arashtak, you've seen the tracks. Are you trying to do anything else?
I think I would, now that I know they're here and it's only these ones. I'm going to try to, if possible, see how long it's been since this has been here. So investigate these ones very specifically and intimately.
Their freshness.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Give me a survival check.
28.
Within the day.
I will look to Arcelia. This is within this day. It is very fresh.
And we should be on our guard. Move as quickly as we can through here without making too much noise. You see anything else interesting? Some of these tablets are weathered.
I want to see what language they are in.
Okay.
Can you watch my back?
Of course.
I will take the following checks for you all to investigate this library. See what you can find. I will take academia or library lore. I know no one has that, but it's on the list. I will take nature checks, occultism, or perception. They all have different results.
Occultism, I've rolled a 20.
I will absolutely roll occultism as I am a master in it now.
Ooh la la.
There is a
Critical success.
29. I was
You
hoping.
crit now, right? With Master?
Oh.
I think Master, you
perhaps.
get a critical success if you succeed.
I think that's only for saving throws.
Oh, is it?
Okay, so Karun has rolled a 20 for occultism.
Oh, do you want everyone to roll?
Everybody that is investigating this place.
I'll do
I
perception.
mean, we're here.
I'd like to do something a little different, if that's
The books.
okay.
Okay.
I would like to wall of text read psychometric resonance and essentially run my hands over things as I'm passing by them. I'm trying to detect if there's a strong emotional resonance with any item or remnant or book. Did someone have a strong feeling for this place at some point?
Is there a time limit on how old something can be for you to pick up a psychic resonance?
I don't think there's a time limit, but it sounds like it has to be a significant emotional resonance.
Okay.
Something very personal.
Okay. And this is an occultism based thing. So why don't you go ahead and make an occultism roll for me?
All right. I am also. Nope, I'm not a master. 12. I will reroll that. 19.
Okay. Lucky. Lucky that you have me rolling for Sakuachi. Let me tell you. Okay. Because we had quite a few fails there. Arcelia. You don't pick up anything.
Right.
Malavik, you have no idea what you're looking for. It's a fucking library. Might as well call this a pleasure house.
Yeah.
Without hold the pleasure.
Yeah. Let's see. Karun, did you make a roll? Are you not investigating?
I made an occultism roll.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you were up there top. Okay. Oh boy. All right.
He already had a 23.
Yeah. That was a fail, by the way. So, a few things that you do manage to find while you begin looking through here. First and foremost, there are hieroglyphic inscriptions on the walls. And they seem to tell the story, according to Sakuachi, of how Domora's first god caller, Domora Hume, summoned the goddess Dizad to repel a massive party of invading raiders. Orashchak, you find a series of stone tablets detailing ancient Sarkorian god-calling rites performed on the shores of Hume's pool that far predate Domora Hume's legendary feat, suggesting that the body of water had long been known to have sacred properties. Karun.
Yes?
As you are investigating,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately,
Yes?
the freestanding stone shelves that
No.
are filling this library
No.
once contained hundreds of tomes, historical artifacts, and other implements of higher learning.
They crushed the child?
I need you to make a... Are you trained in stealth?
Yes, I am.
Make a stealth check for me.
21?
Okay. As you are looking around through these various shelves, you notice that the shelves are pretty unstable.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too
Not
late.
the child! Not the child!
The shelf begins to topple, and
No!
I need you to make a reflex save for me, Karun.
Alright. 20?
Okay. Zaya rolled a natural 20. As Karun, you must push Zaya out of the way or something. You see the shelf begin to tumble and topple, and it begins to fall on you. And this is a heavy stone shelf that begins to topple here, Karun. Oh, shit.
No.
Oh, this is bad.
But the child is safe, right?
Yep.
Alright. I'll take whatever punishment this shelf can divvy out.
You take 28
As long as the child's
bludgeoning
life
damage.
is safe. 28 damage?
28 bludgeoning
Is it
damage.
too late to put the child back into the...
As the
Alright.
As Karun, you are you push Zaya out of the way, and the shelf just like one of the stands, like the stone legs of the shelf, basically crumbles, and You push Zaya out of the way, and before you can manage to like roll out of the way, the shelf collapses. And you all see this dust like kick up, hear the loud stone topple as it falls onto Karun.
I'll unstrap my greatsword.
We have to get that off of Karun.
Yes, I think silence now is not as much of an issue.
Fine. I'll walk over and pull off whatever debris is on Karun.
Shoving like these heavy stone pieces off, lifting up the rocks and things. You see Karun's like covered in like chalky stone powder. Cuts and bruises all over.
I'll pick her up and move her over.
The small demons that I found the tracks of, they were within a day. They are likely within earshot.
They'll probably come investigate.
Yes.
Things like I would imagine things like this happening all the time. So you can probably try to avoid, and maybe they go on their way.
We should spread out. Take positions.
I move toward the door, since they likely went in, not out.
So as you've been looking around, there are a total of 4 doors in this place. There's 2 double doors on the north side of the lower floor. There's the one in the southwest corner, also on the lower portion, and then up the stairs on the upper section. There was another door over there on the north side.
Are there any more shelves? There's plenty of shelves here.
There's tons of shelves, yeah.
All right, in the immediate walking path that these creatures may take as a patrol, I would like to position myself behind a shelf.
Okay.
I'm back by I think it was the southwest door, the one we came in.
Okay.
Not next to it, rather about 10 feet away from it, so that I can keep an eye on if something comes inside from that door.
Okay.
Yes, I will try and find somewhere to hide as close as Karun as possible.
Okay. Zaya is gonna go to the upper floor and hide behind a shelf.
I will move with Rashtok and try to hide next to him.
Okay. There's each shelf is about 10 feet wide, a foot or 2 thick, and there's lots of shelves here. There's probably, maybe 4 feet in between each shelf, something like that.
I will allow myself to be helped by Yara.
Okay. Sakawachi and Denigi are just kind of like trying to post up behind some of these shelves as well. All right. It's not too long after you all just kind of hide after making a commotion. You can hear sounds.
What language is that? Because I speak Abyssal.
Mm-hmm. It is Abyssal.
Okay.
You would hear essentially something saying, I heard a noise from this building. Go in through the other doors. I will go this way.
Where did that sound come from?
From the southwestern door.
The one that I'm near?
Mm-hmm.
I point to Arcelia, hook a finger claw that door we're next to, and then I point at the other doors, and then point toward Malavik and you. And hope to gods that you understand what I just did.
Arcelia would understand. Stella is a little confused.
Pointed at the door to try to signal something's there. Pointed at the other doors to signal something's there. Pointed at Malavik and you to communicate that.
I would look to the door. What can I translate through this?
Perhaps a sense of dread?
Yes, I'll send the emotion of anxiety of something's going to happen, the imminent uncertainty of something. You can tell that I'm anxious more than anything else.
I'm going to look at the shelf and then look at the path. I know I can't really translate that, but kind of signifying I'm calm. Let's just say calm and ready.
You can hear the doors begin to open. The one to the southwest first. Emerging through the southwest door, you see a goat-like humanoid creature, small in stature, hooved, hairy, covered in leather straps, chains, black fur, gray fur, large ram's horns, red eyes, flames coating their hooves as they walk through the door, flaming sword drawn. They begin to look around. Immediately it yells, which you would understand, Arashtak. I smell flesh. There are creatures here. Hunger no more, brothers.
Are they walking through the library?
Oh yeah, they begin entering all the doors. And let's bring you over here. Natural 20 on that perception check for them.
There's so much demon blood inside of them, and I want it.
Just to give you an idea of what they look like, why don't we bring this up?
Oh, God.
It's like fun.
Everybody, please select your tokens and roll a stealth-based initiative.
Do we have the +1 from the scouting from
Yes, you do.
Malavik? Okay.
Do I still have my defend at this point?
Yes.
It's excellent.
So hold on, I need to give them 'cause
15.
I rolled a natural 20 for this shit.
We are about to bully these demons.
Don't forget to adjust your initiative with a +1 if you have not.
Yeah, you can put it in the
16.
temp spot or type that.
Okay. The Brimmerak go first.
Oh, even though I heard them and pointed out where they're coming in.
Natural 20 from them, buddy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know. I'm just hoping.
Yeah, the doors like the stone doors get opened in a rush as you see the fetid air, and now you can smell the sulfur and brimstone immediately take over the space around you as these creatures begin to enter this library, the Brimmerak. Oh boy. All of their swords burst into flame. Oh boy. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Oh man. Whew. Okay.
Or do they move 500 feet and hit for 5,000?
Close.
That's on track, yes.
Yeah, this one rushes in, sees Arashtak and Arcelia sort of hiding in between the shelves, and will use a breath weapon. I need a reflex save. Arashtak and Arcelia, please.
Yes. I'm going to re-roll my critical fail.
Not a bad idea.
For a critical success.
Amazing.
Very nice.
28
Okay.
from me.
Okay. Let's see here.
You don't even know him, witch.
So this is still going to take effect, but it's very good that you were not hit by this, because that was going to be really bad. Okay. You see what appears to be blood spit from this creature in this hawking, nasty, vile spit. And it just... thick globules of it land at the ground, and you can see it like boiling as it does. You dodge out of the way of it, but it begins to coat the ground, and the area here will now become slippery. This is slippery terrain right there. But you dodged the damage, which was a lot. So that's good. Let's make this like a dark gray, because that's what it looks like. It's like thick, nasty looking ichor. Okay, the ones to the north will begin bursting forth onto the scene. This one will rush towards Malavik. Makes a horrible, like, ram-like call as it rushes forth towards you, Malavik. And will... Let's see here. Attack with a flaming sword. This is a magical attack. 22 to hit.
It misses.
Ooh. Very nice. Let's see. You see the flaming sword like connect with part of the shelf, and just like it cracks and breaks apart, falling to the ground nearby. It will try and bring the flaming sword upwards to attack you. And again, you're towering over this thing. It is a small creature. It's probably about the size of Zaya in height. It still looks fucking terrifying as shit, though. And it will try again with a second slash of its flaming sword. 20 to hit is a miss.
It's a miss.
You managed
to position myself away from it.
Yeah. Pushing yourself into the stone shelf, you dodge out of the way. This one over here will spread out, and we'll see a bunch of people in the corner over there. And you can see it raise up its sword and point and cast Fireball. Let's see here. Is it the same size as a 5e Fireball? 20-foot burst. Yes, it is.
Yep, it's
Beautiful.
massive.
Yep. Yep. It's going to hit everybody in the corner here, or try to. This is going to be...
Reflex, I believe.
21 to make this reflex save. Save
Natural
from Yara.
20 for 30.
And then we need Karun, Denigi, and Sakawachi. Reflex
Well-
save.
Oh. 27.
Fail from Sakawachi. Failed from Denigi. The flames of this fireball hit the bottom, the side of the staircase. Yara, you managed to bring up your shield and sort of like duck down behind it as the fireball explodes behind you. You can see Denigi and Sakawachi looking at you a bit curious, and then they just turn their heads a bit too late as they see you protect yourself with the shield. You cover yourself in Karun, but the fireball goes off nearby anyway. Ah! You hear them scream in pain. Okay. One up here will... You know what? Why don't we show off a little bit? Oh, that's fun. Let's do that. This one's going to head for Zaya. Except... why isn't this in their spell list? That's weird. Okay, this one slices the air, and as it does so, you see a door open in flames. It steps through and emerges next to Zaya, and will then use its final action to attack. Natural one. Zaya is missed. You hear like a slight squeak as this creature tries to strike at Zaya, who's about the same size as it. But Zaya, I don't think, looks nearly as imposing as this creature, unfortunately. She dodges out of the way as the flaming sword embeds itself in the shelf nearby. Malavik, it's your turn.
Alright then. As I'm dodging this thing's sword, I'll swing mine in tandem to come down. Well, first, I would have... I'm going to... I'll use my first time to rage. But I won't scream. You'll notice this is a different type of rage. It'll be more internal. And, you start to see flames slowly pop up over my body. And then for the next attack, again, it's not a screaming, raging barbarian anymore. It's just more fluid. I'll strike down towards it. Oof, I'm gonna re-roll that. That's interesting.
Natural one getting re-rolled.
2 now. No, it's an 18.
Unfortunately, that is still a miss. You're both using like large swords in a sort of squished space in between these shelves. You're trying to trade blows, but it's hard to move your elbows around, basically, and you're just finding yourself connecting with the shelf, and it's throwing your attacks off. The creature dodges out of the way.
Then I'll try to reverse. I mean, I won't. I'll spin the sword in the hilt in my hand and then go for a piercing motion. For 27.
That is a hit. Is that your second attack? And it was still a 27? Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, I got buffed. 29 damage.
Excellent. And how much of that is fire? 2?
No. 8.
It says 2 down at the bottom, just an FYI.
Oh, the 2 is something. The 2 is what I get for the mastery of my weapon.
Okay, so 8 of that is fire?
Yes.
Okay. You see that the fire leaves no mark on this creature.
Hmm.
Yells in pain.
That's such a good noise, by the way.
And for my... That's it. I'm actually done.
Okay. Arashtak, it is your turn.
Yes.
There's greasy goat blood all around you.
I'm assuming this is now hazardous terrain, yes?
This is slippery terrain.
Well,
This is the equivalent of a grease spell, basically, on the ground.
okay, yes. Which means those, oh god. I don't know how 5-foot steps work with that, do you?
No. Let me see what the grease spell says.
That'd be great, thank you. That will change some of my things.
Let's see. Area, solid ground in the area is covered with grease. Each creature standing on the greasy surface must succeed at a reflex save or an acrobatics check against your spell DC or fall prone. Creatures using an action to move onto the greasy surface during the spell's duration must attempt either a reflex save or an acrobatics check to balance. A creature that steps or crawls doesn't have to attempt a check or save.
Perfect. That is what I was hoping.
Whack. It's actually extra 2 damage on top of that. I forgot the force damage from the ley line. Sorry.
Gotcha. No worries.
Well, I think what I will do then is a spell at this little jerk here. Specifically a water-based spell, as I see they're on fire. Briny Bolt, which is terrible. I'm not going to re-roll it because the damage is minimum.
Okay.
So if it misses, it doesn't really do anything different.
Sure.
Even if they are weak to water.
You hurl a bolt of salt water from your extended hand. The water begins to form, and it just, it blasts out. You're expecting like a fire hose blast of water, and it's like a squirt gun. Nothing happens.
And
by the way. You miss.
Yes, I had a feeling. I had a suspicion. What I am going to do then is... I can't 5-foot step to the left or the right because there is a shelf there. So I'm going to take the risk of walking through, and my goal is to get here.
Okay.
Which I believe said it was an acrobatics or a reflex.
Yeah, it's basically a balance check. Acrobatics or a reflex save.
Reflex it is, because I'm terrible. Oh, wait, no, actually. They're the same. Great. Well, I'll reflex.
That is a success.
For a 24. Lovely. So I move there. That is my turn.
Rash check.
I have good balance.
You shove Arcelia out of the way and make your way past. Okay. Yara, it's your turn.
All right. First question, or well, a question. From where Zaya is, I'm assuming that we cannot see her or the creature?
Correct. They are upstairs.
All right. So with that, I will scream out, "Zaya, come to us!" And I am going to go ahead for now, and I will, on the 3 that I can see, cast a 3rd level fear on them. They are all within 30 feet, so they should be able to be hit. They must make a 25 DC for a will saving throw.
Okay, 2 fails. And this is...
One is a critical fail.
Yeah, 1 is a critical fail. Okay.
Excellent.
That's
Bottom
all
left to right.
incredible.
Success, fail. This is frightened 1. This one is frightened 2. The other one must not have heard you.
Indeed. All right. I looked at Karoon. Let me patch you up really quick, darling. And I will do battle medicine on Karoon at a master level now. So we shall see how that goes.
Natural 1, no. Sorry.
Oh, no, I need to hit a 30, so I must re-roll this. I'm going to go ahead and use a hero point and re-roll that.
Re-rolling a 29 has gotta hurt.
Yes, it does, indeed. 38, darling!
Wow.
For 53 points of healing. Is it 59?
Oh no, that's just for critical.
That's for critical success, yes. So 53 points of healing to you. You should be nice and topped up,
Jesus.
darling.
I feel wonderful.
Ha! Very good! All right. Try not to die, darling. Or something like that. That is my turn.
Okay. Arcelia, it's your turn.
Thank you.
By the way, what kind of effect happened when you did the fear? What was that like?
Oh,
What
yes.
does that look like?
So similarly to spells I've cast in the past, my eyes flash a eerie blue hue as I mutter a few very creepy sounding words and lash my hands towards these creatures where inky tendrils launch towards them.
All
It's really
right.
creepy.
So Arcelia, you would have seen like Cthulhu tentacles, like sort of shadow-like in their shape.
And of course they're blue.
I instinctively dive down, but then begin to move. I will like to end up here.
Okay, I need a acrobatics or a reflex save.
Reflex. 24.
That is a success.
All right. Second action, I'd like to exploit vulnerability here.
Okay.
Esoteric against its class DC. 25.
I believe that is a regular success, but let me double check. That is a regular success.
All right. I would like to learn about its highest weakness. Actually, hold on. I think I can do something else. Instead, I'll use something a little different this time. I'll use something called breached defenses. I'd like to learn of its resistances.
It has no resistances.
All right, damn. Okay, what a waste. So I will attack it with my dagger of venom here for my third action.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no! That is a natural one, unfortunately. Yeah, you go to strike with the dagger of venom, and you almost drop it.
That will be my turn.
Okay, Haroon.
Well, I noticed that the fire didn't seem to be working, which, although disappointing, is not insurmountable. I will be using a moderate frost vial.
Okay. And you are doing this where?
To the nearest line of sight demon. I
So
can't
that
tell
would be
what
this.
this. I
that
can't
would be
tell what
this
this
one.
is. Is it? All right. Yes, then that one.
Okay.
Take out this icy cold vial. It's got little bits of frost
That is a hit.
around the outside of it.
That is a hit. You chuck this vial and it connects.
Oh, fantastic.
Now this is a cold attack, yes?
That's right.
Okay.
Does it do any? Ooh, that's not the sound I expected to come out of that thing.
A little too good, actually.
I love that sound. He also suffers the movement penalty.
Okay. That's minus 10,
cold.
minus 10 foot speed. Okay.
Right, and does it seem like it did a lot of damage to
I
him?
mean,
Does
it
seem-
definitely reacted. You can see like the ice like traveled up. You can see it's melting already though.
Well, all right. Well, I guess then. I mean, do I know anything about demons by any chance? Are they capable of, I don't know, stealth or teleportation? Do I know anything about demons?
You can
I have some blood.
You can spend an action to see what you know.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. So you can make. I mean, this is essentially a recall knowledge, and I would say this is probably occultism.
All right. So I would just use occultism.
Mhm.
27.
I mean, you ran into a demon recently, that attacked the camp recently that was able to use Dimension Door.
Yeah.
These are not the same demon from what you can tell, but their demons are definitely capable of that shit.
Well, then for my final action, I'd like to toss one of these if possible. The bioluminescence bomb. It's not really an attack, it's just kind of tossing it over towards him, splattering around.
Okay. And there's a bioluminescence bomb. What does it do?
So this vial of glowing goo constantly sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. But when it strikes a creature, it shatters and releases the bioluminescence fluid and creates like a flare of light. And he has to succeed a DC 17 reflex save or be marked with a die, and it will glow for 24 hours. And he must also attempt a DC 17 fortitude saving throw against the overwhelming burst of light. And if it is successful, then the creature is unaffected. If it fails, he will be dazzled for a round. And if he critical fails, he'll be blinded for a round. And then dazzled for another round.
I'll make a reflex save.
But also, it'd be a little easier to track him if he goes invisible or something.
Never mind.
Oh, damn it.
It's the 32. Natural 20.
Alright. Well, shit.
Yep. The area around there is all lit up, sparkly.
It's very, very goopy.
Yep.
Alright. Well, I tried. Anyway, that's my turn.
Okay. Denigi sort of shakes off clothes are like scorched and burnt. They're like seal skins and stuff. And so like they haven't taken particularly like a lot of damage to them, but they're all scorched and blackened and stuff. Denigi's going to pop out and take a shot at this guy. She will move with a 5-foot step there, one that launched a fireball. And she says,
So I did just a technical thing. One of those two that was in range crit failed its fear, so that would affect an attack roll depending on which one it is.
It's this one, the one that I have marked.
The three of them were affected, and one crit failed.
Two of them were affected.
Two affected, two succeeded.
There were 4 rolls, but I didn't target the one that was uppies.
You were in range for all of them.
Oh, yes, okay. So one crit failed, they should be
marked them
fear
already.
3 and fleeing. Okay.
No, it's
All
not.
right.
Is it fear 3?
Yes, it is
Yes.
fear 3. I can repost it for
Yeah,
you. Here
apparently
you
it's
go.
different than moralized.
And it
Demoralized.
flees.
Indeed, yes. So yes, it is frightened
yeah,
3
yeah.
and fleeing for 1 round.
So success is a frightened 1. Got it.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yes. If they crit succeeded, which none of them did, but that one couldn't hear anyway, they are unaffected. But otherwise, you still get affected with fear.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this one looks like it's fucking about to take a runner.
And so that one up there would be fear 2.
Yep.
Excellent. All right. Is that the one near Arcilia and Malavik, or the one up north?
Nope. The one between the both of
Excellent.
them. Okay. Yeah. So Denigi is going to take aim at this one. She's going to do the overlord anime level of buffing before she's about to attack. So she's just casting a bunch of buff spells, basically, like hunt prey, precision edge. She's just anime calling out all this shit that she's about to do before she attacks with a longbow. So hunt prey is 1 action. She's took a 5-foot step. She's got 1 action left to attack with the composite longbow. 1 to the north. That's a 35 to hit. Not even a crit. Jesus. She's so good. Okay. And that is a crit. So here we go. There's a whole bunch of stuff is about to go on. So that's 18 piercing damage to start. And then we have Deadly D10. And also Hunt Prey for an extra D8. So roll D10 plus D8. An extra 12 damage. So 30 damage from Denigi real quick. You see the arrow stick into the chest of this creature. And that is it for Denigi's turn. Sakuachi. Sakuachi will begin to cast Bless. It was 10 feet at the start, or 5 feet? 5 feet, right? Okay. Yeah, Saku's gonna go there. She's gonna dip around the side so she can hit the 4 of you. All right. The Brimarak. Okay, the one that is up north that got hit by the arrow is fucking pissed and will rush towards Denigi and try and strike Denigi with a flaming sword strike. That is a 19 to hit, and that might be a hit. Nope. Nigi dodges out of the way. She uses her composite longbow to send the strike off target. And then we'll have another sword strike. That is a 26 to hit, which is down to a 25 because of frightened, I believe. And
Correct, yes.
that is a hit for 6 evil damage and 1 fire damage. Ah! Your Denigi yell in pain. Okay, that's that one. Next, the one that is in between Arcelia and Malavik. Oh, I think we're about to have some fun. Let's do this. The Brimarak.
It is flat-footed, in case that matters.
It should not for this part. It is going to bring its sword in close, and suddenly the fire that's surrounding it becomes this thick, heavy smoke as it begins to fume, and a cloud of thick black smoke 10 feet around the creature begins to conceal this 10-foot area around it. So that's kind of like, yes, I guess.
Right, so you telling me it did that while it's enclosed by 2 shelves and we're surrounding it? Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. These are ancient fucking stone shelves crumbling and falling apart. The smoke easily makes its way through it.
Oh no, I'm not worried about the smoke. I mean, the target is in front.
It is
surrounded.
concealed. You are concealed, and so is the target.
He's got goat legs. He probably can jump, Frank.
It's also a small creature.
Okay. Got it.
It's the demon skipping rope in my head.
Okay. Let me just see exactly what the concealed status does here. So I know the...
I would like to roll for double dutch with the demon.
I'll put it in chat for you.
Thank you. Okay.
It's bad for it because this DC checks are not good.
Well, it's fucking moving. So it will run underneath your legs, Malavik.
Is it able to do that with fear on it?
Frightened?
Frightened.
2. It doesn't have frightened 3. It's not running from the battle, right?
Boo.
No,
Frightened
that's
3
Doesn't-
when that happened.
Okay. Let
That
me
was
just...
that was the one down here. This one is running.
Yeah, that one is fleeing down there, not this.
Ah, yes, okay.
That would incur an attack of opportunity, though, yes?
Yes, it would.
Yes, Malavik, please roll a, or Arcelia. I guess I don't know if you have an attack of opportunity as well.
I do.
But if you would like to make one, I need both of you to make a flat DC 5 check. So you got to just roll a D20. Flat D20.
18.
Okay?
8.
Both successes. You can attempt to hit this creature as it tries to run out.
I was going to use my thighs, but okay. I'm just kidding.
I rolled a 22, and that's not with the flat-footed.
Okay?
Rolled a 19.
Okay. Arcelia, yours hits.
Very good. As I bring the dagger down, I wrench it into the flesh of this creature, and I will deal 10 piercing damage, magical, poison.
Poison does not take effect on that. That is a,
Yes.
yeah, you have to get a crit.
Very good. It is empowered, so it does get an additional 2, but I do not have a personal antithesis on it right now.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna step basically out this way, rushes out. So how many actions for Fume? Yep. Okay, it rushes out to 5, 10, 15. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Begins to rush up the stairs. Okay. The one that is by the door in the southwest corner pieces the fuck out. Runs away. Little goat gruff.
Try harder.
Okay, that one's out. All right, the one that is by Zaya, whom I forgot to fucking add to the turn order. God damn it. will be there. And they will continue trying to attack Zaya.
Should she have had a turn before this then?
Yep, but I fucked up. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
This is a 30 to hit. And that is a hit. Okay. Oh, wait, this was extra damage on that. Did I miss that before?
The evil and fire you were indeed counting
shit, yeah,
before.
I did.
You did, yes.
Yeah, the one that hit Denis actually hit her for an additional 17. I missed that top number.
Oh, you're right. I do. Yeah, that is true.
Okay. This one hits
Wait,
for...
additional 17?
Yeah.
7 or 17?
No,
missed the
17.
Oh,
This
you missed
one...
the
Yeah,
base.
see. Yeah, I missed the
Oh.
base number. I just saw the bottom.
Gotcha.
Okay. This is going to be 15, 16 damage. All right. Second attack. Natural 1. And then it will try and kick her with a flaming hoof. Another natural 1. Okay. That's it for their turn. Malvik, it's your turn.
I will definitely, as I heard the noise coming from those things, I'm going to run out here and then follow this thing up the stairs. My full movement. And while it's trying to run upstairs, I'm going to swing at it.
That's a hit.
23. All right. Well, that'll be 20. You said, is it completely resistant to fire, or does it have?
It's
Well, it can
immune
be
to fire.
immune. Okay, so that's 21. I mean, excuse me, not 21. You said it's immune to fire.
Immune.
Oh God. Okay, then 19 damage. I'll take my second attack and I will grab it. 21.
Ooh. Should be interesting.
And that was attack 2.
That is a miss.
Even with the fear 2. Okay.
I don't think it affects the these
DCs.
DCs, it does.
Oh, then yes,
Right,
that
it
is
is-
a success.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, I will grab it by its horns, and then while it's grabbed, of course my greatsword is up by now, just to make it fair. That's it. I'll grapple it. I'll make it to where 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's it. That's all I can do.
Okay. Roshak.
Yes. Well, one's left. That's very nice. I like that. If I can see out the door, do I just see it like sprinting forever away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Team
like-
rocketing right out.
Good. So I don't need. No, well, I won't ask meta in the sense of it's out of combat or not. I don't know as Rostock. But I see it running, so I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I move there, which leads me to. Yes. Good. Okay. I move there, and I am going to cast Acid Arrow at this one up here, attacking Zaya with my staff that I have now.
Okay.
That's the wrong spell. Ignore that. That is not. That is glitter dust, which is not anything related to acid. Acid Arrow for a critical.
Oh shit!
And I almost maxed damage on the critical.
Holy shit! This might be the most powerful success that you've had, or close to it.
I think it is, because I've crit many times with frost, ray of frost, but it doesn't do this much damage. All right.
So you were aiming for this one, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
So it takes the
34.
3d8, which is the 17, so it's 34 damage plus 6 persistent acid.
Ooh, very nasty. Okay. What does it look like? I mean, this is like the best acid arrow you've ever cast,
Yeah.
Rashtak.
I think it's the only one that's hit, too.
I cast one, I think, is you that I hit.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough. I forgot that experience. No, I hold up the staff. Normally, I conjure things with my hands. Bugs swirl around. This one is not my normal casting, as I am channeling it through this staff. And this acid globule begins to drip off of all of the stones and rocks that I have out. And as they merge together, it forms into this long... It looks... I shape it a bit to look more like a mosquito than an arrow, but large and spindly as it flies out and pierces directly into this demon.
Very nasty.
And I yell out in Abyssal, "You've made a mistake!"
Alrighty. Is that it for your turn?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this creature yowls in pain. Yara.
All right. Well, I hear lots of noises on the stairs, but I'm going to assume that my friends have that handled because we have a problem up here, or down here rather. So, am I able to see from where I am standing the creature that has attacked Denigi?
I think yes.
All right. So, with
The
that
edge
being
of your
said,
the edge of your square is connected to there, so yeah.
great. All right. So, with that, I will go ahead and I will launch some needle darts at this piece of shit. That should be a +1 since we are in Bless, so let us see what we get. You know what? I'm going to use a hero point and reroll it. Fuck it.
19 getting rerolled.
For a
With
30. 31, technically.
Nice. Okay. Too bad it doesn't have the frightened anymore, because that would have been a crit. Oh well.
So close. So that should be 17 cold iron damage as I wave my hand on my rapier and then thrust these levitating needles towards this creature, shouting, okay, watch out, Taniki!
Cold
Did you
iron,
include
say?
the bless?
Yes, it is 31.
The cold iron does seem to have a pretty nasty looking reaction, this creature. As each of these needles hit this creature, you see this sort of spreading, like it would look like necrosis on anybody else. Here it's sort of like spreading, like cracking skin. It just kind of, you see the skin around each of the wounds disintegrate.
Cold iron, darlings, it fucking hurts! If you haven't, use it! And with my last action of the round, ooh, that looks disgusting. I'm going to go ahead and I will attempt a battle medicine on Denigi. I do have, what is it? I can heal them from here, but I'll get behind them using my doctor's visitation, and I will go ahead and try and heal them up with a little bit of salve and some magic. I'll do master. Let's try it. And I fail. But that is my turn. Darling, you can touch me if you're going to die. Trust me, it'll work.
What?
Just touch me!
All right.
That is my turn.
Arcelia, it's your turn.
My first action, I would like to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get behind the creature here. It is now flat-footed.
Mm-hmm.
Second action, I would like to exploit vulnerability.
Okay.
24.
That is a regular success.
All right, and then I will use my exploit vulnerability regularly, so I learn of its highest weakness.
Cold iron 5 and good 5.
Okay. I will use the cold iron here. You see me reach into my pouch as I'm moving forward, and I bring out this metallic dust, and I coat it in across the blade of the dagger of venom I wield. And for my final action, I will attack. For 26.
That is a hit.
All right. So that will be 9 magical damage plus 2 plus 5 because of the weakness. That's a total of 16.
Where the dagger strikes, you can see the skin sort of like flake and crack and turn to dust on this creature. You can see the flames sort of like rise up with its anger and pain as it reacts to the attack.
That will be
I
my
believe now
turn.
as well. It is flat-footed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Karun.
So we are bullying this demon, right?
I feel like that's a matter of perspective.
Right.
It's like everything.
Sure. Well, you know, I guess I'll throw another frost vial. I can't see it, hurting
You cannot.
anyone but the demon.
Yeah, I mean, you can throw it from where you are. You just can't see the creature right now behind these shelves.
All right. So, where would I have to move for that?
It depends on which one you want to try to hit. You would have to.
Which one?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to get in line with the shelves or at the bottom of the stairs and try and throw up the stairs.
Can I go this way, perhaps?
No, then you wouldn't have
No?
line of sight there. No.
I'm sorry. I'm a little confused how the stairs are working.
Well, the stairs are. This is the bottom of the stairs right here.
Oh, am I on the bottom of the stairs?
No, you're
I'm on
below.
the top of the
You're below.
on the bottom.
Well, you're
Yeah,
on the
you're
north
at the-
side, but you're on the
Floor.
bottom. This is the bottom
First
floor.
floor.
Yeah.
Blocked by a
Alright.
banister.
I see. All right, and he's up the stairs.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
you go. You just do that or go down to where Rostock is.
Yeah.
And
could
if
I
you do
not,
try to move through him, I believe you have to tumble through.
Yeah. Could
Yeah.
I not go down this way and see him?
You can go in front
By
of
a,
the
ro-
Rostock.
by a Rostock?
Yeah, you can sit right next to a Rostock if you want.
All right. Yeah. There we go. Then I'll do that, and I'll throw a frost vial.
Okay. 20.
He's grappled and
is-
feared one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
oh.
just seeing what grab does. I don't think
Oh yeah.
grab affects their AC.
I don't think so either. Oops. It's grappled, right? That's how they say it.
No, it's grab.
Oh. Yeah, combat grab. Crushing grab. Here's combat grab. Do we look at legacy or regular?
Just the regular one.
-2 to AC. Off guard. One of the conditions if you are being held in place.
Flat-footed and immobilized. Where do you see that it gives you AC penalty?
So it's under grabbed. You hold a creature in another place, giving you off guard and immobilized conditions.
Where are you seeing this?
Here, I'll post. There you go.
Nethys. Okay.
Oh.
Yes, Nethys under grabbed. And then off
Which
guard itself.
version of the book is that?
Ooh.
It should say
I
legacy
do not
next to
see
it.
that on Roll20.
It says player core page 444. The release date is 11/15/2023.
Oh yeah, and that's legacy.
No, that's the new book. That's from November.
No, it's auto correcting itself over to remaster it. You're absolutely right.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. This
Yes,
is the new
Why
one.
does
I
it have
watched-
the source?
Yeah, it's just it's the new one. Because I just looked on Roll20 and it does not say that. And I'm like, what the fuck are you
Yes.
talking about?
Okay, cool. It just can't
fair
move
enough.
then, I guess.
That is
Until
a
they
miss.
make a DC check.
So this will just be your splash damage that goes off for this one. And that
Alright.
is 4, right? Your int mod is 4?
That's right, 4. And I have this ghost bomb. Is that something I should be concerned about? I have bottled up ghosts.
I'm sorry, say that one more
Not
time.
really sure. Not really sure how they work. I've got these ghosts in my pocket, and I don't really know how they work. Is this an appropriate time to use ghosts?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I have ghosts in my pocket.
Is that a euphemism? What is
No, it's a very real thing, I promise you. It's this one. I'm going to press it, but I'm not actually doing, just to show you.
Uh-huh.
This thing.
Lesser ghost charge. Okay. This is completely new to me. Alrighty. This is a new bomb that Karun has.
I posted the
Yep.
the description of it. Yes, it's a type of bomb. It's a little metal canister with a lot of little dinglies on it. It has a lot of chemicals and special salts and some ghosts, probably.
Okay.
I don't know if what
this
this
is
does.
consumable positive splash manipulate.
I've never used one before.
6 positive. This is not good, which is a different thing.
Positives for undeath, I believe.
Right. It's like positive
Oh.
and negative healing. Is that what you were
Alright.
intending to do there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was confused. I guess because you
Shocker.
said good damage and I said
I'm also very confused.
have a nice day, and I suppose I'll put those ghosts back in my pocket. I'm
I think we'll keep the roll here. Did you have another bomb that you wanted to use?
If I didn't want to do the, if I didn't want to heal him, really, I guess, then I'd really like to try and get his ass with the bioluminescence again.
Okay. Well, we'll just say
So
that
it
the
just has to
bioluminescence to hit with the 23. So
Alright.
that will connect, and this one is glowing now, essentially.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Got
Great.
your ass. Got your ass.
Okay, and the earlier attack, there was just a little bit of confusion because the numbers were very close. So that earlier attack with the frost vial was a 20. And it's frightened 1, so that makes it 21 essentially. And then there is flat-footed is how we get another 1 from that because of the grab.
Oh.
So that would actually be a hit, not just a splash damage.
Fantastic. That's a 12 cold damage then, along with the persistent cold damage.
I don't think you have persistent cold damage. This one has the
On the
speed.
frost vial?
Yeah, it has the speed penalty.
Oh, you were right. It's me. I was wrong.
No worries. There's 8 million things. I
Got
get
a
it.
lot of bombs now.
Okay. Yeah. So this
All
one
done.
is
That's my
slowed.
turn.
Denigi is in some trouble. She's gonna say, "Where do I touch you?"
Anywhere! It doesn't matter, darling.
Face palm.
Why am I fucking?
It's the only part I could see your skin. And she just touches your face.
And she will receive a healing of 24 points, utilizing my vital beacon, which I cast at the beginning of each day now. So both her and I, as she face palms me, will glow a bright golden light and then fade very quickly as she is replenished and wounds are closed.
Okay. Yeah, she you can see she was like pretty fucked up. And as she touches you, like scrapes and burns and stuff begin to heal and scab over. Okay, that's one action. Then she will, I think she's gonna take a... Ooh, she's got running reload. She can use it when she strides, steps, or sneaks. She will step 5 feet, do a running reload. Second action. Third action, she will attack with the composite longbow. 24 to hit is a hit. For exactly how much HP this thing had left. That is an arrow that she like peeks at. Yara, she like leans over you as she takes the shot, like a sort of angled cross, like a bow shot, and lets loose. And the arrow's feathers probably like, you know, tussle your hair as she lets loose with this arrow. And you can see this creature like raising its sword up, about to try and strike Sakuachi, and it hits it right in the eye, falls to the ground.
Masterfully done!
Thank you for letting me touch you.
Next time, not the face, though, darling. Maybe the arm or my hand, you know, something like that.
Very well. Sakuachi will increase the range of bless. She's just gonna kind of try to stay out of the way. Okay. Zaya. Okay, Zaya will... let's see. Since I didn't give her a turn before...
Also, make sure you put your goat creatures above me.
They're
Something
there.
happened
They're just in the GM layer, so we can't see it. I still have them there. Okay, Zaya will use... some bullshit here. Let me see. Ooh. Has 2 actions to cast. I don't think that's a safe thing to do in range. She will use a dagger. And that is a 19 hit. That is unfortunately a miss. She will then do a 5-foot step, basically in between the shelf and the wall over here. And then we'll use the rest of her turn to, I think, go here. And then jump down to the lower level over the banister. About 10 feet down. So she can make that pretty easily. Jumps down to the lower floor. She does like a handstand on the banister and like flips over to the side. Lands right next to you, Yara.
Oh, that was very cool.
I missed, though. This creature is very fast.
Are you hurt?
A little.
Okay.
Am I near enough to hear that the creature, the tiny child, has been hurt?
I would assume so. Only 30 feet away.
You poor thing.
Okay. The one on the stairs by Malavik. I think. Let's see, Malavik, you will get an attack of opportunity because this thing is about to do something. It's gonna try and cast a spell. You have an attack of opportunity here, Malavik.
I'm taking it. And I miss. Wait, no, it's grappled. Well, I still miss. 17.
It is still a miss, yeah, unfortunately. It will Dimension Door. Let me just double check.
It's interesting. Wait, it has to make a DC check before it does anything, right?
DC 5 in order to use anything with the manipulate action. Which is not high, admittedly, but...
What's a manipulator action versus...
Well, you struck 17 and
Well,
missed.
I mean, to get out of my grab, right?
Grapple.
I don't... Does it have to get out of your grapple to do this? I don't think that it
says if you attempt a manipulate action while grabbed, you must succeed
have
a
to do
DC
a
5 flat
manipulate.
check. Any spell is a manipulate action.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
At least to my knowledge. Every time I've cast a spell, it had manipulate on it.
It does not have manipulate in the
It could be
list
an
of
innate
traits.
ability.
It might be. Let me see.
Yes.
Traits.
If it doesn't have that as the trait, then
Oh,
it's
yeah.
likely an innate, which
Interpretation.
means it doesn't manipulate.
Yeah, if it's innate, it just bypasses. That's fine.
It is an innate spell.
All right. It is gone.
It will use the dimension door and piece the fuck out.
Pitiful.
The horns just fall through your grasp, Malavik, as you're holding on to them. Okay. The last one up on the upper floor here will, I think, do a parting fireball. We'll aim, like right above everybody. Like maybe, right above Zaya. Why don't we try and hit fucking everybody? Actually, can it hit everybody if it goes to the center or like up top of the fucking... Yep. Let's hit everybody with this one. We'll aim for on top of the shelves.
That's going... on top of the shelves.
Yeah, why not?
Would that blast over us, since it's a flat space?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, over us then.
Yeah. Just enough to hit you. Please, everybody make reflex saves.
$14.
Do not allow you to be hit.
Not 20.
27.
An 18.
15. 14.
Okay. I need to roll for Sakuachi, Denigi, and Zaya. Ooh, Zaya succeeds. Sakuachi fails. Denigi succeeds. Okay. So Sakuachi and Arashtak take 25 fire damage.
Yes!
All right. And then, let's see. This creature is gonna also piece the fuck out.
Dimension door is one action?
No, it's running.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, gods!
As it's running, you can like hear its horrible moans of pain as the acid like eats into its flesh. And you need to roll a d20 for this save. See if it stops. That's a natural 20.
It does.
The acid is gone. Okay. Malavik, it's your turn.
Do not. Okay. Which one? Oh, that was the only one that's left. The other one is dead. All right.
And the other one fled, yes.
Do not allow it to get away.
Oh, actually, thank you for this, Faye. Give yourself a hero point, Faye, for doing this. Thank you. Regular successes also take damage on this, apparently.
Yes, half
on the
damage.
fireball. Yeah. So it'll be 12 fire damage for everybody else that did not crit succeed. You needed a 31 or higher to get a crit success on that fireball save. 12 fire damage. 12. Okay.
I took 2 actions. I'm going to do
Sudden charge.
Yep, sudden charge. $33.
33. Very nice. That is a crit.
Okay.
52 piercing or slashing? Which one is this?
This will be slashing.
How do you kill it?
I've been quiet the whole time. It's just the voices in the head is giving me instructions the whole time. And as it mocks me, I get even more angry. And while I'm running, I'm dragging my sword along the ground. And is the ground stone?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm picking up sparks and just to heat the blade a little, even though it's immune to fire, to make it cut it like butter. And I go from the ground up. I use the momentum to swing, and I go across to chop at a diagonal, very messy cut. It's not clean, just across his face, and lop half of his head off.
Yeah, you're hitting it from behind. Like it's like slowly turning its head, and as you chop it, just the top part continues to turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it tumbles to the ground, like awkwardly, like limbs just kind of flailing about.
Yeah, and I'll take the head, and I'll take the other piece of it and toss it over the banister.
As the last one falls, you are out of combat.
I immediately leap to the dead demons, and I start sucking all of the blood out of them with little needles into my vials.
There is one of these creatures remaining that Malavik just killed.
Then I will take that one's blood out of him into
I'm sorry,
vials.
2. There are 2.
And I will take either one's blood from them into the vials.
I will stop you on one of them.
All right.
You're busy with
Which one do you want? Because I'm going to take some blood.
I mean, survival checks from both of you if you're harvesting demon blood.
I'm not harvesting it.
I will re-roll my 12.
I'd like to
13.
take part of one of one's horns, if possible.
Okay. Karun, which one are you doing this to?
Whichever one the Rashtok is not doing anything to.
I would be going to the fully intact one,
I just need blood, so...
which is probably the horn that Celia would wish for, which is fine.
Okay. Karun, as you venture up towards the target that Malavik has lobotomied,
Scoop some out?
Yeah, you go to try and get some demon blood from this thing, and as you do, like whatever implement you were using to harvest this demon blood just kind of like melts, like it catches fire a little bit, like.
Fine, it's fine. Is there anything else I could harvest off of it, perhaps?
Not with a 13, unfortunately. Sorry.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Whilst they are looting, I will begin working on Zaya and Denigi's injuries, because I believe they are probably the most injured at the moment.
Arashtak, what are you doing?
Yes. Standing over it, looking at our Celia. I need this for my patron.
Yes.
Take whatever it has first that you desire. I will be using it.
I just would like some of the horn. I think I can grind it down into some powder that perhaps might be useful.
Feel free to take it. I will look through its belongings first.
I put one of my boots down on its skull. I reach for my hatchet and I begin to hack away at one of the horns.
Sure, give me a survival check, please, Arcelia.
Okay. 11.
Man, these horns are tough. You cannot get these horns out. They are super tough. You scratch them a little bit. You don't really get any decent like powder or anything though.
I might have to.
If you've ever if you have known anybody to like try and saw through like animal horns, they're super tough. You need proper equipment to like saw through them. And unfortunately, whatever you're using right now is just not cutting it. Literally.
Yeah. Well, it seems that my efforts are futile, but can I help you in any way?
Let me look in and see if it has anything we could use first, and then I will be setting up a small shrine while we lick our wounds. I would like to search this body.
Okay. All right.
The perception?
Yeah. You begin to
Okay.
search it, and you see like the sword, you know, like on the floor.
Yeah.
You go to like pick it up, and the thing just like falls to smoke. Just turns into smoke and fades away.
Oh, summoned weapons, perhaps. 25 for its bounty.
Nothing.
Fair enough.
Varun, make a perception check for yours.
Perception check.
Yep.
I perceive nothing. I perceive 15.
Yeah, 15. Unfortunately,
Where am I?
these creatures don't seem to really have anything on them.
As I'm helping Arash talk, and now that I have a very intimate look over the creature, is it possible that I can try to figure out what it is, perhaps? Learn whatever I can from it.
Yeah, make an esoteric lore roll.
36.
Yeah. I think maybe you know this because Zaya might have talked about these creatures previously. This is a Brimarak. They're goat-headed demons that have glowing red eyes and flaming hooves, but are only about 3 feet tall. They are born from the souls of arsonists, and they continue the work they pursued in life, as everything they touch quickly burns. They're ill-tempered, even for demons, although their spite turns to glee in the face of a growing fire. Those who have survived encounters with these fiends report that they remember the braying sounds of the Brimarak's laughter as clearly as the heat of the flame or the choking scent of smoke. They are sort of underestimated amongst demon kind. They are they have the belief that these creatures grow larger with each fire that they set, and no one has heard of any larger ones, so maybe this is just some kind of rumor. But
All right.
you know that these creatures hunger for souls, and they want to harvest souls as soldiers, slaves, pawns, or even currency for their more powerful masters. They typically have masters.
I will find a quiet place to sit down and write in my journal, doing a sketch of one of the creatures we just felled. That's how I'll spend the rest of the time here.
Yes. Rashtak.
Oh yes, I am setting out mosquito candles and setting up a rudimentary shrine for them to feed on this in honor of the mosquito witch.
Okay. That's going to take you about an hour.
I would like to pick at some of these books if possible.
Okay. We already have done our sort of investigation of this place.
Oh, all right, then never mind.
But we can say that you do that for flavor.
Okay, I'm just picking through some of the books.
Sure.
Depending on... Yara, how long do you think you'll take with the healing of and mending of wounds?
Well, it depends on how many of you are injured.
See me with burn marks on my like hands.
Probably about another 20 or 30 minutes.
I need some time for this. If you're taking that, do you mind if I take some time as well? I look around.
Well, we could either heal magically, or I could continue what I'm doing. It depends on what everyone else wants to do.
I do not think we should remain. We should leave as soon as possible. Those other creatures left. I believe they are Brimaracks. If they left, maybe they are regrouping to attack again.
There were at least 2 that fled, right?
Could we potentially stow away your tribute for later, Rashok?
Perhaps. Let me see. Looking at my bag of holding and how much I have in it versus its capacity.
I have lots of
because-
room, darling, don't worry. And there are 2 bodies, I believe.
There's 2 bodies. Arash time.
How much is their bulk? They're small.
They're small creatures. I'm not quite sure what that equates to.
You could carry one.
I do not wish. A small creature is 3 bulk. I easily can fit it. So you say that you mention the time that we should leave, and then I begin to just open my bag of holding and start dragging it into it.
Very well, then.
Shut the bag. For later.
All right.
Arashtak just shoves a corpse into his bag of holding.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Anybody
And
doing
then I
anything
go
else?
over to Yara for some healing when she gets to me.
Yes, I suppose I could spend another 10 minutes and attempt to heal at least 2 people, and then we can heal magically, unless we want to go now.
I don't think we should wait around very long.
Healing would be wise if we run into them or other things, though.
Indeed. All right. So we will spend another 10 minutes. I'm going to do this at an expert level this time. And I am working on Arashtok. And who out of the 2 looks worse, Zaya or Denigi?
Both look pretty bad. I'd say Zaya slightly worse.
All right. I'll work on Zaya then, and Arashtok. And that is a critical. So that should be 35 points of healing for both. After 10 minutes.
I am a fool. Thank you, Yara.
Thank you for your ministrations, but we really must be leaving.
Yes.
Yes.
It's almost dark out.
So do we wish to continue looking in this place, or do we wish to go back to camp now, since it is dark?
This is all that's in this library, yes?
I haven't
There were
found
doors
anything
to the
else.
north, right?
There are.
Those doors... we could check those and see.
You'd be able to see the doors are still open. They lead outside.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So there's nothing here.
No, I found some information, though. Apparently, the lake has been sacred far longer than the God Callers knew. or that we knew of them. It has been sacred far, far longer than at least originally thought, and we were told, according to, and I grabbed whatever tablet that I had read that on, according to this particular tablet, this place is more ancient than previously thought.
Interesting.
This place is still very confusing, but must learn more. Are you sure we cannot stay for longer? I don't think that it is wise, Sakuachi. I think it is best that we leave this place. I have learned one thing when exploring Sarkoris and especially Domora. The longer you stay in any one place, especially a place that is filled with horrible creatures, demons, the worse off you are. Whatever we do, whatever we investigate, whatever we search, should be fast, quiet, and whenever we learn what we need to learn, we should move on. But I haven't learned what we need to learn. There are still more places to search. We can try again tomorrow. Sakuachi looks saddened, but is herself fucked up. So she kind of nods.
I hand her the tablet I had that was on some of the history of this place before the Godcallers.
Thank you.
Maybe glean something I did not.
Yes, a good idea. If
All right.
there is nothing else, then I believe we should leave.
Yes, lead the way.
Let's go back to camp. Okay. Zaya leads the way. And I think whoever's following behind Zaya would notice Zaya is casting a spell every time that you begin to move around with Zaya. You can see, like, she picks up some dust from the ground and sort of, like, tosses it into the air, and she mutters a few words, and as she does, you can see all of your tracks cover up. She begins to move as you pass without a trace. And you head back to your camp. You can see the rest of your companions, the Reclaimers, and the rest of Denigi and Sakuachi's companions. As you begin to head back, they've gathered up some water and some bits of food for you to have. They talk about some of the strange things that they have seen. One of you please roll me a d4.
Just a D4.
Yep.
I nominate Frank.
Yeah? Me? Oh, great.
You!
Well, my D4 is always bad, so... 3.
Ulikuk and Enuma are especially glad to see you. As soon as you come into range, they are sort of like waving you down. And do you like rush back after seeing them do this, or how do you react?
Me?
I would start rushing.
Yeah. Okay. If Arcelia begins to rush, you hear like Ulikuk and Enuma speak up and say, "Oh, we are so glad you are okay. We saw something horrible. I've never seen anything like it. There was a huge creature that moved through here. Not here in camp. We saw it from camp. It moved 1 amongst the ruins. At first, we thought it was large snakes moving up in between the ruins. But then we realized they were the necks and heads of a creature. It was grotesque. It had many, I could not count how many heads it had, but long necks, and it was quite large.
Does this description sound familiar to me as a creature?
You can make an esoteric lore roll.
Jeez.
It's a natural 1.
In nature or arcana, that would be what I would be trying to rack my own brain on.
This would be...
If I can make a roll, and that's okay.
Yeah. This would probably be occultism or arcana.
Okay, occultism it is. 25.
It sounds similar to a hydra.
But something's off.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. You think the hydras are usually like in swampy regions.
Well, it used to be.
Snakes only have one head. What are you talking about?
Hydras.
Hydras are real?
Yes, but usually in swamps. Occasionally, one will come into the river kingdoms, and it takes a lot of effort to move it away. We don't usually want to engage with them. They are nasty. I do not know much about them outside of that, but this is not its normal habitat. Unless it was abandoned here or summoned or moved here, I don't know. Is this odd?
Sire, do you know anything about this?
I have never seen a creature like that. I don't know. Most creatures that are here would be some sort of demon, but I'm unfamiliar with this creature.
We do not want to fight it. I will say that now.
We may have no choice.
How much do I know of hydras outside of the many necks and shape and such with a 25?
Not a lot.
Okay, that's all right. I don't want to meta that. If we have to, it will be going in with little knowledge, unless we can find some in the ruins as to what and why it is here. All I know is they are... I do not know if we would survive an encounter.
Well, it is large, yes, if they saw it from here.
That is part of the problem.
Well, that is also...
We must have seen... it is hard to judge the distances, but maybe 15 to 20 feet tall.
Well, that is good. It is bad, but it is good in that we'll see it coming, we'll hear it coming. Something that large can't really be very quiet. Right?
Do not trust it. If it is working with or a demon, we saw those other ones gate away. It is always possible that it could be done to that as well. We should assume the worst.
Well, darkness has almost fallen. I will study the tablets and see if there's anything else I can learn before it gets too dark. Yes, the rest of you, let's secure the camp. Let's set up some watches. Everyone, make sure that your tents are well hidden, and we will set up as safe a camp as we can for the night. Start contemplating on where we should head next tomorrow. All right, reclaimers. Let's gather up food. Let's keep ourselves well fed. quench our thirsts, and prepare for the night. We'll stay low, no fires during the night. You'll need to wrap yourselves as warmly as you can, as we will have no fire.
Question. I have little fire. Could we not use just like a tiny little bit of it?
No.
Is alchemist fire encompassing in this no fire rule, or?
Yes, it still
I'm
makes
just
light.
curious.
There may be some smoke. We don't want any sort of... smells or bright lights in the dark. It will draw the demons.
Completely understand. No fire, Wink.
Yes.
No.
Genuinely no fire.
No fire, Wink.
At all.
At all, no fire.
If there is fire, I will douse both you and it, Karun, in water.
No fire, no fire. Wink.
I do not understand this social thing.
No fire. No fire.
I will walk to the perimeter and set up a little lean-to, so to speak, and put like whatever grass, dry grass and stuff all around it, and anything I can find to cover it, and I will set up there. I won't say anything to anyone, but I'll take the first watch.
Very well.
I am willing to take the second watch, as it seems Malavik is doing the first. Wake me, Malavik, when your watch is complete.
I'll just wave a hand.
And I set up my bedroll after munching on some food.
Okay.
I will go lay down near Malavik. I do not think that he should be alone, but I will go to sleep.
Very
I will
well.
take care of any injured prior to going to rest as well.
Yeah, Sakuachi's still pretty fucked up. Okay. As people begin to sleep and off to camp, rest, Malavik, you take the first watch. I'd like you to do me a favor for me, please. Please make a will save.
17.
Look at these feeble creatures. They know
Why are
not
you still speaking?
where they are.
Look, I followed what you said today. I saw what you've done. I understand the fireball did no damage. I see the power. But you do not mess with my companions again, especially her. The deal was kill the metallic dragons, eat their heart, feed the draconic blood inside me. I don't know what your ultimate plans are, but you leave them out of it. I still have not made up my mind yet.
Do you know where we are?
Simply so we shouldn't be. Ruins. Demonic energy is everywhere. Near a place that is a scar in the land.
Can you not feel it?
course, I hear you louder in my head.
No! This place holds much more than the magic that courses through the ground.
What does that have to do with me?
Oh, it matters quite a bit. This place has traces of your father. Can you
What
not
did you say?
smell it? It is on the air.
You're lying.
It is fetid and rotten, but I smell it nonetheless.
He's still alive.
Perhaps.
Where? What do you want? It's always a deal with you. Always multiple turns, not a straight road. Lead me to him. What do you want?
What do I always want?
If I find him, then we can talk about that. But for now, I need to know if your lies have truth to them. In this power, I need more.
My lies, Malavik? How dare you? I do not lie to you.
It's what they say. The companions tell me you feed me what I want to hear. Yes, you've given me power. Yes, I feel it. I need more of it to be able to take him down.
Tomorrow, when we search these ruins, we will find more. I can smell something here. A battle took place. Your father was involved.
When I'm near this power, I will only allow it once to sync with me. Only to obtain the power. Do not harm my companions. Once I have the power, I want full control when I find him. Nothing else matters.
Then I want full control.
When?
When I deem it necessary.
Not giving me. We have something far more important. You even know that whale thing is disruption to both of our goals. I also cannot hurt.
Consumed.
What?
It will be consumed.
What will? The whale?